Hi, Lisa Gifford here and
Jessica.
And we are here doing our weekly wrap-up that we normally film live, but we got some technical difficulties, and I'm doing Linda Winter's job today because Linda's far, far away.
She's in Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg, and I think you probably might have seen her post because she's been doing some live posts while she's there because we're all excited that we actually have a real show going on. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and we have so much to cover because we've had a lot of things that's going on this week, and of course this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we got a lot to talk about that we're doing in honor or in recognition of that. So we're going to go ahead and start with our care package. I know you've seen us kind of talk a little bit about it this week, but this is the Martelli Care Package Bundle. There's 12 items plus the canvas Martelli bag, and it is pink and white. So this is all that comes in. So the total of 13 items, and this is the big one. So we got all these things, and I've got them all laid out here. And if you just bear with me, I'm just going to go over each and every item that's in that care package bundle. The first one I'm going to talk about is our magnetic wristlet. And I know you all have seen this one. I know we talked about how do I open it. It's at the bottom, isn't it? I'll open this and you open that because these two items work well together. So this is the wristlet, the magnetic wristlet. And I know you might have seen these when you were a kid. We all played with them and we hurt ourselves, hurt our friends with them. And it's not blue. It's actually silver when you take the blue protective cover off. And if I forgot to mention, everything in the bundle is pink, or one item is white, but everything is pink. So it's really cool that we put this together. So the wristlet, the magnetic wristlet, and it works well with our, this is the brush, right? Our machine cleaning brush. So if you haven't seen David do it or me talk about it, you just run your brush over the bristles over that magnet. It kind of creates a charge which causes static electricity. So then when you go to put it into your machine to clean out all of that lint, it just kind of just draws it into there. So this is amazing for that. But then there's more uses for the magnetic wristlet. You can have your pins on here while you're pinning an item or pinning your quilt. And you can also take it off and use it to pick up any stray pins that might have got loose from you and off the floor so you don't step on them. How about that, right? So that is the two items that work very well together. And look, it's pink. Now I think there's going to be some variance in color in some of them, right? Or did we make sure all of them were the pink? Pink, pink, pink.
I think there might be a small variance, but they all have pink in them.
Isn't that just cute? That's just so darling. So we got the pink one. All right, and the next up is going to be one of my favorite tools. This is the Iron Buddy. This is the one that has the wide silicone, will not melt under your iron. And I've used this when I'm doing some applique or if I'm pressing open a seam and I really don't want my fingers to get really close to my ironing into that hot surface. So this is just one of those amazing tools that's not going to melt under the heat of your iron. So if you do touch it with your iron, it's going to be just fine. But I've used it for holding open a seam when I'm pressing open my seams, laying down some applique that I'm getting ready to press down. So this is just one of those amazing tools that you could use and have in your arsenal for your sewing, in your sewing basket. So that's our Iron Buddy. Now we all are familiar with our pink snippets, our world famous pink snippets. I think it opens under here on the bottom too, right? What I love about these pink snippets, not only are they amazingly sharp, but they got that reverse spring action to them. Has a cover to them. So when you open it up and slide this little bar over, now you've got that reverse action. So it keeps it open, easy for you to use. But they got a curved blade. And that curved blade is perfect like if you're needing to trim something really close, or if you've done some applique and you've kind of have some of that fabric showing through where you can trim it away. So it cleans up all the edges. It has that nice curved edge to be able to use that for. So this is our world famous pink snippets. I'm going to go into something that Jessica just told me about, one of these uses for this. This is our magnetic clip. Now Jessica, how do you use this?
I don't quilt and sew, unfortunately, I'm more of a computer person, so here at the office, yeah, I do. I need to learn. I get to do the behind the scenes of computer work and get to show off all the fun things. But what I found for this, which will work for sewing machines also, is if you have a ton of cords, it's great when you close it and it'll hold cords together so they're not all over the place. So that's one of the cool uses for them. I do know we've also used them for paper piecing.
Yeah, for the English paper piecing. Sherry is a big fan of the English. Oh, we're gonna show it. So you see this?
As you can see, it'll hold cords.
Yep, and Zeke has a lot of cords here. So look at that, it's keeping them all together. So you could use it for that. It works great for the English paper piecing. If you just need to hold a couple pieces of fabric together. I think I've even used them like if I've had something I want to hang up on a line so I can have like a wall hanging, I can clip it between the wall hanging. It's a pretty strong little magnet there. So lots of multiple uses for this ingenious little tool. All right, so then we've got that. I'm gonna go over the mat scrubber. Now this one is pretty amazing. I know we all have seen this a lot over the years, but to be able to use it in your sewing room, and of course it's pink. So how we use this is to get the extra lint and debris or fibers that we have that just kind of get onto your mat so that you can easily clean it up. What nobody has talked about, what I have actually used it for, is sometimes I get a lot of spray and overspray from the basting spray, and I try to keep it off by spraying the little things in a shoebox, but you still get overspray. So by having this and using a little Dawn dish soap and some warm water, I can spray my mat and then I can rub it over the mat, and it's going to get all of that basting spray off of there, and it's not damaging the mat, it's not damaging the markings on here, yet all the debris is coming off onto this. So this is an amazing tool for cleaning your mat. So that is our mat scrubber, and again, it's pink. Here's another favorite tool of mine. I can't say enough about this tool. This is our Applique Iron Buddy. It's this little piece right here, and it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, I cannot bend it. I don't know what's in here, but it's covered in silicone or a hard plastic or something. It's pretty amazing. So it doesn't melt either. But I love this point on the end because I make a lot of things that I've got to push out corners, or I got to round out the edges, and I've got to kind of run something along that interior seam as I'm making it. So this is great for pushing out those corners or pushing out the edges of a seam. And it also can be used for holding things down when you're doing your applique. And again, I've also used it for like if you're doing the rhinestones or the crystals that you like to fuse onto your pieces. It will hold those crystals or pieces in place so that you're not getting your fingers near the iron as you're pressing it down. And then after you do use that little tool that heats up that glue that's on the back of them, you can set this over top of that crystal and it'll cool it down so that you don't have to touch that hot crystal, and it sets that glue. So this is just another amazing tool to have in your arsenal. And that's that. Here is our amazing lanyard, and it's pink with the Martelli logo on there. You've got this nice little thing here that pulls out 24 inches. And it's got a great lobster claw clasp on here. So you can hook your scissors on here, your little, I don't know if the pink snippets, but like your precision scissors, you could have them on here. Anything that you want to kind of loop right here, if you happen to wear a name badge while you're at work, that would be also something that you could have on here. Again, it's pretty in pink. Who couldn't use another tape measure? And we actually have a nice pink one. I don't know how many tape measures I have, but it seems like I can never find one. So it's great to have an extra tape measure because sometimes we just need something longer than our mat to measure something with. So you got the tape measure here, and then we've got our pink clips, hot pink clips, and these are the Martelli famous wide back clips. Now when you first get them, they are a little bit stiff. I've heard people make comments, so they're kind of hard to open. But if you have them, any of your clips, and they're a little hard, if you just take them and just kind of press on them and just kind of open them up a couple times, they will over time start loosening up, and then they'll be easier for it to use. They won't lose their clipping, the pressure on them, but it will make them easier to be able to open them up if you kind of just use them for just a little bit. So those are, and I think how many's in here? 10?
10.
We got 10 hot pink clips. All right, if I gone over, Martelli, Did I talk about the blade? I think I talked about the blade, no? All right, so we got the blade. We got one blade in here, and look at that packaging. So I changed out the packaging a little bit to kind of make it all about the pink. Have I forgotten anything? The last thing that is not pink, this is the ribbon. When I first saw this, I'm like, how is that a ribbon? It didn't make sense to me until somebody showed me what it looked like. So this is the templates to make the small ribbon. Of course, we're all about pink. So if you can see it here and then flip it here, so you've got your pink. So if you have this on 2 pieces of fabric, here it is showing you that's the small ribbon right there. Now, do you see how it works? How cool is that? So that makes your ribbon. And then when you're cutting out 2, the other piece will go on the other side. And this is your background. So that is the ribbon. And if you go online, we actually have the set of ribbons where you can get the large and the small in a set. But in this little kit, we're actually giving you the small one. So I think that's everything that's in the kit. So I'm going to show you a couple more bags. After you've made something, we got additional bags for you. But I was going to talk about that. We're going to take a step away, right? Should we take a step away and talk about something else? All right, let's take a step away. All right, so I got the little bony pillows here. Now we talked about breast cancer awareness. So these are the little bony pillows that we have all familiar with, made with this template here. But what Martelli has done is they've made a little kit in honor of breast cancer awareness. So in the kit, you're getting quite a bit. So you're going to get a pack of 5 blades. That in itself is a big value. And then we're providing you with 3 pieces of fabric. Now in every fabric kit, you're going to get the green one and you're going to have a black one. Now why we chose this green one is because of all the amazing sayings that's on here. I'm going to kind of read off a few of them. We got cultivate kindness, gather happy moments, let me see, grow a life you love, happy moments. What else do you see on there? Do you see? There's just lots of happy things on here.
Focus on the good.
Focus on the good. Yep. So there's just welcome each new day. So it's just all about positivity. So why we love to have the small bony pillow is that it's also good to have under your arm. If you've just had surgery and you kind of want to relieve that pressure, you can easily put it under your arm. I talked to a lady this week that she actually is using it to protect her arms when she's sewing. And so this was just one of those amazing tools that's going to help you. This is more than just a dog toy or a toy for your kids. It is just one of those things that you could use in multiple different applications. So I'm showing you that every kit's going to come out with that 5-piece blades. You're going to get the green, you're going to get the black. Let's slide these aside. And then every single one of them is going to come with one of our pink breast cancer awareness fabrics. And so we have no idea which one you're going to get, but what I did was I brought up a sampling of some of the different fabrics that you might get in your kit. So here's just a handful of the few, and I think there's several more, but I just wanted to show you a few of the different fabrics to be able to make it. So you're going to have a total of 3 fabrics. One's going to be green, one's going to be black, and then one of our pink breast cancer awareness fabrics. And then you just stuff it with a little polyfill, and then you are good to go. So our last item that we talked about this week, and I think this video went live 2 days ago? Was it yesterday? Yesterday, and it was the new post-surgery comfort pillow. Which one do you want to wear? You want the black one or the pink one? So this is our post-surgery comfort pillow. This is the template. That's all you need to be able to make this. And I've also didn't really have instructions for it, but just simple little straps on the end that you could use it for handles, or you could just use them where you could tie it, or you could tie it behind your back, or put the little snaps on there so that you could clip it. But this is it, and what I love about it, it's adjustable. You can make it as wide as you want, or you could bring it in, and you just kind of wear it underneath. And I think you have a great picture that I saw online of her actually sitting in a car with the seat belt going across. So It's going to protect you if you've had surgery so that seatbelt is not up against you. And I recommended using more of a polyfill in here. And if you watch the video, I've gone into detail about the different fillers that you could use for it. And I'm a big fan of the polyfill for this application because it's a little bit spongier or softer, not necessarily softer, but it's more lightweight, but it has a little bit of bounce to you. So that's been a really good thing. So these are the big, huge post-surgery comfort pillows. And we got the template, and it's online, and I'm not sure on the price on any of these things. So I'm going to show we got these amazing things, that all these things you can make with that cool kit that you just got. But then, if you want to make these items for somebody, pick up the Strength, Hope, and Courage bags. And we got them in 2 colors. We got the pink and we got the navy blue. They're also made of the canvas. So this is one of those things you can fill with some of the amazing things, chocolates and all the things that you want to put in here. It'd be a great gift for somebody who's going through some stuff.
It's a great care package.
It's a great care package for maybe somebody who's going through it, but how about their family members who are also going through it too? So it's just one of those just awesome things that we wanted to do. And I know we've got special pricing on all of these items through this month, I believe, right?
Yep, through the entire month of October. And where you'll find these items is if you go to our website at martellinotions.com, there's going to be a category called Shop Pink. And once you click, it'll take you to all the items.
Shop Pink. That was just really good. Have you done that before? Just Shop Pink before? Nope. I love it. So Shop Pink was awesome. All right, so I've talked about those items. So one more thing. We got to talk about this. I just love this. So last night we had our Facebook. We did our fabric show for the store. We do it every Thursday, and I think 7 or 8 people that won this.
7 or 8. I cannot remember.
7 or 8 of you were the lucky winners of this amazing, adorable roundabout, and we want to thank you so much for being a partaking of that, because you're the only ones that have them. So wanted to say, one of the things I had talked about was this came as a direct result of you responding to our survey and talking about the things that you wanted. And this is a direct result of that. But I want to also tell you, Miss Jessica here, she's the one behind the scenes. She's the one that made this happen. She's the one that sends out these emails. Talk a little bit about that.
So a couple months ago, I did send out a survey kind of asking you guys what you would like to see. And there was an overwhelming response, which we are very grateful for. And this was one of the biggest things that everybody had requested. It honestly surprised me how many of you had requested the same exact thing. So I got with Marcia and Valerie and David and everybody, and they thought it'd be a great idea. So here it is. So, and I do plan on sending out a couple more surveys in the coming weeks. So if you guys see those, if you could answer them, it'd be a great help, and it helps us find out what you guys want.
Yeah. So Jessica makes this happen so that you guys can respond, so that we can make this happen for you. I mean, y'all need to be sending her emails and text messages and tell her how awesome she is, because this was pretty awesome. This was pretty awesome. I'm going to tell you, this is just the most adorable thing that I have seen in a while. I mean, everything that Martelli does is just amazing, but this is just one of the items that's coming. I mean,
just one.
We've got more coming, because you took the time, our viewers, our customers, and filling out something that Jessie works very hard to get out there to you. And you responded, and because of that, now we got more items coming. So when you see these surveys come, when you see them in your inbox, don't just delete them. Don't just mark them off, oh, well, I'll get to it later, because then you might just forget. They're very important. They put a lot of thought into, she puts a lot of thought into making these happen, because we want to be able to come up with more innovative items for you.
For you. Yep. And if you come up with something, or you have an idea and you don't see a survey, always feel free to call us or email us. We're always looking for new ideas. We want to make your life easier. That's what we're here for.
Isn't that what Martelli's all about?
It is.
And it's in the name, right? Innovation, it's all about that. So who would have thought that many years ago, when I was sewing and quilting and just starting out, that I would have never dreamed of being able to use a ruler or a template that has a product on the back that keeps from slipping, or you're not wasting so much fabric because you're slipped off, or a rotary cutter that doesn't destroy your wrist. I mean, my goodness, I wish I would have discovered this rotary cutter 10, 15 years ago. Would have saved a lot of damage. And to be able to have tables that are just, well, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. They're taking things that we've used forever and made them better. So it's just perfect. So that's it for our Friday wrap up. I don't think we have anything else. Anything else you can think of, Zeke? All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and please fill out the surveys if you see them.
Yep, absolutely. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will be seeing you again next week. Yep, absolutely.